Well, folks, Rockstar has finally done it. Trailer 2 for GTA 6 is here, and it comes packed with a flood of new details about the game's characters, story, map, and so much more. The surprise drop caught fans off guard, especially after last week's announcement that the game had been delayed until next year. Up until the new trailer, Rockstar's own website still showed the old release date, leading everyone to assume we wouldn't hear more for a while. But bright and early Tuesday morning, the new trailer finally dropped, followed by a major website update loaded with fresh info. I've combed through it all and pulled out the most exciting graphical details that reveal just how much of a leap forward this game really is. Let's start with how stunning the game looks. GTA 6 is an absolute visual leap, even beyond what we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2. The world feels richer and more alive, with a noticeable increase in trees, foliage, and wildlife. The attention to detail is remarkable. Cars are more intricately modeled, picking up dirt from the environment and now even featuring unique stickers. And I know I might be glazing here, but this might be the most realistic puddle I've ever seen in a game, especially the top part and how it scatters. There's also a moment where a raccoon is seen scavenging for food, eventually hopping into a trash bin. You actually see the lid close on him. Whether he gets stuck or rattles around to startle pedestrians remains to be seen, but it's such a great example of the dynamic world Rockstar's creating. And then we see Jason, with a muscular build and an impressive level of detail. His biceps have visible veins, and his body hair looks realistic. Look at how defined his muscles are on his triceps, shoulders, and back. You also see sweat dripping down his skin as he's been working hard fixing leaks. And in the next scene, his chain swings naturally with the motion of the car. The realism is hard to overstate. You can see the veins in his arms, the bones in his wrist, even a hookah just casually sitting in the back. It's the kind of detail that really sells the world. Moving on, we catch more cars featuring custom stickers, suggesting vehicle decal customization might be a thing. This car even has a sticker that says unbuckled, so it's safe to assume we'll see plenty of funny and creative options, like those classic, "How's my driving" ones. We also spot gardeners tending to the landscape, another small touch that adds life to the environment. One of the most talked about details is the way liquid realistically sloshes inside bottles as Jason swings his arm. But it's not just that. Watch closely, and you'll see Jason's shirt subtly shifting and wrinkling with his body movements as he walks. And up top an ATM, a cat casually cleaning itself, while the garbage bags on the ground crinkle with lifelike texture. Another detail we see are weeds growing between pavement cracks, while litter is scattered across the street. And if you look closely, you might even spot a fly buzzing near a car, possibly a first for the GTA series. Lucia is seen performing community service, picking up trash, and in a quick home shot, we see she and Jason have a pet snake, with an oscillating fan running in the background. In a crowded bar scene, a TV displays a working menu, and the hair physics are next level. Strands bounce and move naturally with character motion. Also watch as Jason sets his bottle down. The way it reacts, even if it's part of a cutscene, it highlights Rockstar's obsessive attention to detail. Lucia's earrings sway realistically too. What's really mind-blowing is the texture quality. A towel draped around a character's neck looks strikingly real, and even a rough, bumpy wall reflects light from the helicopter above, casting tiny shadows that add unbelievable depth. The best part is the world is filled with little things. Multicolored garbage bags, random chairs, litter, uneven pavement, all coming together to create a world that feels truly alive. We also spot a monorail gliding by, and then comes the first major explosion, and it's breathtaking. It's bigger, more cinematic, and the destruction it causes is incredibly satisfying. In fact, a couple of the scenes look like they were lifted straight out of a Fast and Furious movie, full of high-octane energy. In the next scene, we spot more weeds growing through cracks in the concrete, and a vehicle with aggressive wheel spokes that stick out noticeably far. They could probably damage nearby cars if used to ram into them, which could lead to some wild chase scenes. Then comes one of the most talked about moments, a carbonated drink with bubbles visibly fizzing inside. It's a tiny touch, but incredibly well done. We also spot what looks like both a PS5 and a PS4 controller. On top of that, the reflection of the TV screen can be seen on a glass picture frame, another example of Rockstar flexing its lighting tech. And outside, some seagulls are seen loitering around, making you wonder if they'll actually swoop in to steal food, like they do in real life. We then see Lucia returning from her community service, casually tossing her keys on the table. Notice how the light from the PS4 controller subtly shines through the glass bottle, another brilliant touch. In another scene, a yacht party is in full swing, with people lounging on inflatable flamingos. It makes you wonder if someone were to shoot those inflatables. Will the characters sink and chaos break out mid-party? The lighting on the bike's headlight is another standout, accurately mimicking how real headlights look. Also watch as Jason leans in on his bike. His chain swings naturally with the movement. And when he launches himself onto the back of a trailer, the abandoned bike scrapes the pavement, throwing off a trail of sparks that looks incredibly authentic. And finally, we get a fun moment with Cal, who shakes his drink in excitement only to have it spill from the momentum. Whether it's part of a cutscene or actual gameplay, it's another example of Rockstar's dedication to realism in even the smallest interactions. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps up the first details I noticed when watching Trailer 2. Let me know what your favorite part was in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more GTA 6 content. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.